Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a very long time since I sat down to film a video, and I just wanted to kind of explain a few things. First of all, my voice sounds a little different. It is because I have a little bit of a cold. It's starting to fade away, but I still have, I'm losing my voice a little bit. So anyway, so please ignore that. Also, I have not filmed any new content for about a year, and I deleted several years worth of content from my channel as well. And I've had a lot of you worrying about me, wanting to know if I was okay and why I haven't been on YouTube. So I thought I would sit down and film this video for you guys. All right, so for those of you who don't know about my channel very much, I've actually been on YouTube for like a decade. And my channel way back when I first started it was actually a beauty channel. So I did videos about makeup and skincare and stuff like that. And over the years, I started sprinkling in videos about my business, which I am a reseller. And also please excuse the mess behind me. I'm in my office and today's cleaning day for my office. So I haven't started cleaning yet, obviously. It's kind of a mess, so please ignore that. But yes, I am a full-time reseller, and so I started making content about my reselling. I actually started that content about the time that I got divorced for the first time, which was like back in 2018. And it was because I was really starting to take that job a little bit more seriously. Before that, I had been, I had been doing YouTube, and I was doing a little bit of reselling on the side, and I was basically like a stay-at-home mom, but I did make a little bit of income on the side. And after I was going through that divorce, I needed to start making more income. So I kicked it up a notch on my reselling business and really started to make it a full-time thing. And so I started to make more videos about it at that time as well. But I was still making beauty content up until the point where I met my second husband. And when I met my second husband, oh gosh, this is just so much information. I don't know how much to like tell you guys and what to leave out, but basically we had a daughter right away, my second husband and I, because I had an IUD that failed, and we ended up getting pregnant immediately. And so we ended up moving in together fairly quickly, like after about a year of dating. And then after a couple years of living together, we got married. And then after about a year of marriage, we ended up separating and divorcing. So everything happened pretty quickly, but anyway, so the reason I'm telling you guys all this is because during the years that I was with my second husband, and also that was correlated, it like correlated with the time that I was making the videos about reselling and had stopped making beauty videos altogether. That was about 2 to 3 years worth of videos. During that time, I was in a really bad place emotionally, and my mental health was really, really struggling. And so when I was making those videos, I was, excuse me. When I was making those videos, it was, I was really checked out from the world. I was really just kind of going through the motions because I was very, very depressed. And I really felt like it came across in the quality of my videos. The quality of my videos was just really, really low. I wasn't really engaging with my audience the way that I did, I don't know how to say this. I was just a different person during that time. I was just a different person. I was totally checked out, just going through the motions. It was a very, very difficult time in my life, and it came across in my videos. And so for that reason, I deleted all that content. It just so happened to be all my reseller content as well, because that was it lined up the timing of the two. And part of it was because I had changed so much in that short amount of time. I really like let go of taking care of myself and had to like disconnect from myself in order to survive. And so I stopped wearing makeup, which was something that was really important to me previously. So of course I wasn't going to be making makeup videos anymore because I wasn't wearing makeup. I wasn't taking care of my skin. I wasn't spending any time on self-care or any of the things that I had previously loved. and shared with you guys in videos was all not part of my life anymore. So that was why I made the transition at that time to start making videos about reselling, because I was like, okay, I'm a reseller now. I guess that's what I need to make videos about. And I don't wear makeup anymore. I don't take care of myself, so I'm not going to talk about that stuff. So anyway, that is why I removed all that content. It was really, really hard for me to go back and watch those videos because I just didn't, it wasn't me. It didn't reflect who I really am. And watching those back was kind of painful to see how I allowed myself for so long to live in that disassociated space. So I removed all that content. I'm clearly, I know it's probably not the best time to film because of my cold and stuff, but I'm clearly in a much stronger place now. After I separated from my ex back in September of last year, I stopped posting on all my social medias, and I really kind of cut myself off from the world, mostly besides my direct friends and family, that my like tight inner circle. I cut myself off from the world because I needed to look inwards and heal. And there was a lot of healing that needed to be done. I was going to a therapist. I need to find a new one, but I had been going to a therapist for a very long time. During those months, I was working on my healing, working on becoming a stronger person and rebuilding myself. I just needed to rebuild myself because I had, like I said, I went for so long in a depressive state and really letting go of who I was in order to survive that I completely forgot who I was. And it took me a long time to get that back. And I'm still working on that. I feel stronger. I feel more healed. I don't feel so vulnerable and broken as I was last year. But I am still working on figuring out like who I am and what I like again. And so that is taking a little bit of time. So I wanted to explain that because I really wanted to let you guys know why I deleted content and why I've been missing for the last year. So yeah, it's just been a journey. And honestly, I've really had to like let go of expectations of what I thought my life would look like because I don't know. I grew up in a very, very traditional household, and my family was Mormon. And so for any of you who don't know Mormons, I'm not personally Mormon, but I grew up in that household. They very much have like this emphasis on getting married young, having a big family, and you do not get divorced. That is just not something you do. And so I always had this idea since I was really, really little that I would get married and that would be it. That was my life. Like the happily ever after. That's what I was looking for. I was just going to get married, stay married forever, have a bunch of kids and be happy. Although I didn't want to have a bunch of kids. I actually thought I only wanted 2 to 3 kids, but I ended up with 4. So anyway, that's what I always imagined my life to be. So when I went through my first divorce, it was devastating that I wasn't able to make that work, even though we were together 14 years. There was just a lot that happened in that marriage as well, which I'm not going to get into any particulars on my relationships, but it took me a long time to walk away from that relationship, even though it was very unhealthy, because of those expectations that I had for my life. Like divorce was not a thing that I was ever considering as part of my path in life. And so it took me a long time to finally admit that that's something I needed to do, was to walk away from that relationship, get a divorce, and start over. And so during my first separation and divorce, which happened while I was still on YouTube, I did not take a break from filming. I just kept going, and I started dating like right away. I just got back out there, and I feel like it was because I just didn't allow myself to really look inwards and heal. I just wanted to hit the ground running and keep going. And that was a really big mistake, but it was a lesson that I needed to learn. So I don't want to say I would take that back, because I clearly had more learning to do, things that I needed to learn that I had not learned yet. And so I ended up meeting my second partner, and like I said, that all happened really, really quickly. And this time, when my second marriage broke down, I was like, okay, whoa, I am not going to go ahead and keep doing what I did last time. I'm not going to keep putting myself out there when I was so fragile. At that point, after my second separation, I was really, really broken and fragile, and I needed space and for healing. And putting yourself out on YouTube is a very vulnerable place to be in general, because people can say whatever that they want to say. And for some reason, because it's just online, people can be really, really cruel. They would say things to you in your comments that they would never say in person. And so I needed a little bit of protection. I needed to protect myself. And then I also needed to take myself away from dating and just even socializing in general. I really didn't do much socializing, except for, like I said, with my children and my immediate family. And again, that was because I needed to look at myself and what was I missing inside of me that I was looking for outside of me, and start to give that to myself. And for me, that was the biggest thing that I needed to stop and do. I needed to look at myself and say, why am I feeling this drive to go out and find someone to love me? And it was because I needed to learn how to love myself. And I feel like I'm getting there. It's still a process, but I'm definitely getting there. I'm so much stronger than I probably ever have been in my adult life. I feel more stable. I feel more steady. I feel a lot more discerning with my choices that I'm making, and who I let in and who I protect myself against. And I'm setting more boundaries than I've ever set, as someone that is very much previously was a very codependent empath. I'm learning how to set those boundaries and be firm, which is a really hard thing to do. If you are an empath or a codependent and you've had those traits in your life, then you know it feels like you're being mean at first. But I'm learning how to be more assertive and to protect myself. So anyway, that's why I've been gone. That's what's been going on with me. That's a lot of information. To be honest with you guys, I have filmed this video more times than I could count, because it's hard to know what to share and what not to share. But again, like, because I've been gone so long and deleted all that content, I felt like I needed a little bit of an explanation to you guys to let you know why I've been gone. And also I'm learning how to speak my truth more, because being authentically myself and not trying to gloss over things and make everything okay all the time, which is something I always did, is what I'm learning to do. I'm learning to, this is me. I'm not perfect, but here I am as I am, instead of trying to be perfect and fit in the mold of what people need me to be. Because that's how I've lived my whole life, as a people pleaser, just really trying to show up the way that people needed me to show up. Instead, I'm showing up as authentically me, or I'm still learning who I am, to be honest. Because like I said, I really lost myself there, especially in the last 4 years, really lost myself. So I'm getting myself back, and that's what I've been doing. I've been spending a lot of time just taking care of myself, and it's felt really, really good. I don't know if you guys will notice this, but I definitely noticed it. Because I wasn't taking care of myself, I stopped doing my skincare. I stopped wearing makeup. I stopped eating well. I stopped exercising. I just didn't spend any time on myself. I actually even stopped buying anything new for myself. So to the point where all my socks, when I moved out, all my socks had holes in them. All my underwear was falling apart. So I have started buying myself nice things and allowing myself time to take care of my skin again, and just focusing more on taking care of myself physically, emotionally, spiritually, just the whole. And and not allowing my own needs to like always be pushed aside for others. Although I definitely still think it's important to care about other people's feelings and needs and wants, I definitely got to the point where it was becoming toxic, that I was just never even considering my own needs and wants. So anyways, I've started getting back to taking care of myself, and I feel like my skin and my face aged like 10 years in a 2-year period. So getting back to really taking care of my skin has been such a luxury, and I feel like I'm starting to look more like myself again. So anyway, I don't want to dump too much information on you guys. I am healing. I am doing better. I really am doing so much better than I ever have. And I just want to thank you guys all, especially so many of you who have left comments here or reached out to me on my other platforms. I've had so many people, even on Poshmark. Anytime I try to do a Poshmark live sale, I hate live sales, by the way. I'm just not good at them. I thought I would be, because I am from YouTube. You know, I've done YouTube for so long, and I've been a reseller for so long, but I just cannot get the hang of those things. But anytime I try to do a live sale on Poshmark, I'll get like only 3 or 4 people in the room, and all of them are asking me, are you coming back to YouTube? So I just want to thank all of you guys for being concerned about me and wanting to make sure that I'm okay, because that is like so sweet of you guys. But I am good. I'm actually better than I've been in a long time. And yes, I've been divorced twice now. It is what it is. I'm just having to own that and just know that that's who I am now. It was a little rough, but I survived it. So here we go. And now on to the next chapter. As far as YouTube, like, I have no idea what comes next with YouTube, which is another reason I haven't posted any of these videos that I keep filming, because I'm like, if I post a video and tell you guys I'm okay and this is what I've been through, then what do? Do I go back to beauty videos? Do I start making reselling videos again, even though I deleted all those videos? Do I do something entirely new? I really don't know. It was always really important to me that when I made my YouTube videos, that I was helping people somehow. So with the beauty videos, you know, I felt like I was giving knowledge and helping people, especially when I was working at Sephora and I knew so much about the different products and techniques on applying makeup and everything. I felt like I was really sharing valuable information. And even like at the beginning of my channel before I worked at Sephora, I was sharing information on how to get good deals on makeup. So I always felt like I wanted to give value to you guys. Whatever I was sharing, I didn't want it to be unuseful information. So I just don't know what I have to share at this point that could be valuable for people, but we'll see. I don't really know. I know that like leaves it open. Like maybe I won't ever post again. Maybe I will. I just don't know. But I did want to film this and share this information with you guys, just to let you all know that I'm okay. Things are good. I'm doing better. And I appreciate you guys. So I guess that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.